Hi there, I'm Rex King. Welcome back to Monday Night Horror Show. I had to do at least 2 bad movies this year for this, didn't I? I couldn't do 10 good movies, so I had to pick at least 2 really bad ones. Well, let's just get right into it. So, in case you missed my last episode, I said this episode I would be reviewing 2 films in one episode. Something I have not done before in the show. I hope you guys enjoy that. Those 2 movies being Nekrotronic and Rink. Let's start with the silver lining in Nekrotronic. So, Nekrotronic was directed by the Roche Turner brothers from Australia, and this is technically like their second film that they've ever worked on. It was released in 2018. It was only in theaters for about a day before being sent straight to Blu-ray DVD, and is about a man named Howard, played by Peter O'Toole, who's your stereotypical dude. He works for a sewage company. He has a best friend who's addicted to his phone, until one day his best friend downloads a new game onto his phone that allows him to see and catch ghosts, similar to the Pokemon Go game. However, this unlocks Howard's latent abilities as a being called a necromancer, which allows him to see and fight ghosts and demons. Yeah, this one's a little weird. I will say this is the first time in a long time I've reviewed a film that isn't exactly a remake or an adaptation of another story. It was a screenplay first, and honestly, it's really original at times. Don't get me wrong, it does take its inspiration from certain other films, but it does have a lot of unique stuff going for it. I really enjoyed the production design for this film, which looks like a combination of like cyberpunk settings with supernatural glyphs everywhere. I really like the world that this movie sets up, and I really enjoy the creature designs. There's a lot of practical effects in this movie, and that really shocked me. Now, my major issue with this film is a lot of the acting is just terrible, and the line reads aren't that great. Well, let me rephrase that. Peter O'Toole's a really good actor in this film, but the other supporting actors just, they aren't given a whole lot interesting to say or do. They're just kind of there, and they're not really interesting characters. They're not really portrayed all that well. It's kind of unfortunate, because if they were just portrayed a little bit better, I would say this movie's pretty good, because the action's pretty good. It has some decent pacing, but because the acting is so bad, it takes you right out of the film. At least in my opinion. I actually can see a lot of people liking this one, but for me, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I give this film a 4 out of 10. Again, if you're curious, definitely check it out. It's worth the watch. Well, our next film that we're talking about, Rink. If Nekrotronic was wholesome originality, Rink is the exact opposite of that. Oh, God, this one's gonna hurt. Okay. Rink is about a group of friends who work at a roller rink, and they get stalked and killed one by one. It is a 74-minute movie. And the first 50 minutes is just our characters sitting around in this building talking about sex and drugs over and over and over again while they smoke tea bags. Ah! The acting is terrible. The shots are terrible. The goddamn gore effects are terrible. Everything about this movie is bad! Oh, yeah. I hate this movie. I hate this movie. Even when the killings start happening, the killer appears in front of their victims and lets the victim go off on a tangent for like 10 minutes apiece, and it's just like, why? And the killer has no personality. It is just somebody in a mask killing people. Oh my god, the gore effects are a joke too. Somehow, someone in this movie thought blood was bright pink, and it's just not. This movie is just so bad. It broke me. It broke me, guys. I struggle to find anything I like about this movie. Like, there is nothing in here that I thoroughly enjoyed. It's not even laughably bad. I am laughing because I am in pain. Not because this movie is funny bad. Because this movie is terrible. Just terrible. None of the characters are interesting. None of the writing is good. None of the lines are designed well. Everything about this movie is just bad. I can't recommend this one. I normally try to find something about a movie that I recommend to people, but I can't do that. For the second time on one of my Monday night shows, I have to give a film a 1 out of 10. Again, if my score went lower than a 1 out of 10, this movie would be on that list. Now, as you can see, I have the DVDs for both of them. That's probably because I didn't really feel like I need to search out the Blu-rays, but Nekrotronic actually has a decent amount of special features. It has at least 3 behind-the-scenes featurettes, and has the original short film that the film is based off. If you're interested, I definitely say this is worth the buy. If you want to check out the Blu-ray, by all means. I'm pretty sure it has the same special features, but it might be worth the pickup. This one's not. This one has nothing going for it, like I said before. You want to know the bonus features on this DVD that came out in 2021? It came out in 2021, and its special features, get this, are trailers and scene selections. Those are not special features, those are just add-ons. Don't buy Rink or you'll end up like this. At the end of the day, guys, these films are both misses, in my opinion. At least Nekrotronic tried, but Rink just is pain. Let me know what you think of them in the comments below. I mean, if you've seen Rink, I feel bad for you. But still, if you liked it, maybe let me know in the comments below. Well, next week I hopefully look at a good movie. I will be watching Flowers in the Attic and reviewing it for you guys. Hopefully it's better than this week. See you then.